G'day guys, I don't know if you've heard the rumours, but Canon are set to announce a replacement to the EOS R, their first full-frame mirrorless camera in the R lineup. It's meant to sit below the R6 and above the RP, but to me, that presents a bit of a problem for Canon. Okay, so for Canon contemplating a successor to the popular EOS R, it actually creates a bit of a problem for them, pitching it to sit below the R6. And the reason I say that is there are quite a few points that actually could make it better than the R6 already. So the first point is resolution. I mean, the Canon EOS R has 30.3 megapixels, whereas the R6 is back down at the 20 megapixel range. So that is actually quite a setback for the R6. And if they're going to keep the successor to the EOS R around about the same resolution as the R, then that actually makes it better than the R6. The next thing is the top deck screen. Now the EOS R has a top deck screen, but the R6 doesn't. So the question arises, if they release a successor or replacement for the EOS R, will it retain the top deck display? Look, a lot of people don't use that display, but I use it all the time. I find it really, really useful. Another thing is the multifunction bar. Now the multifunction bar on the EOS R was highly panned. Believe it or not, I didn't mind it. It's just a couple of extra buttons, no big deal. But if they replace it, what do they go with? Do they go with the setup that's on the R6? Or do they go with the setup that's been put on the R7? I mean, could that work? If they do that, then that makes it level with, if not better than the R6. When it comes to the ergonomics of the body itself, will they model it on the current EOS R? Or will it be more modeled on the R6 or even on the new R7? If it is modeled on the R6 or the R7, well, that makes it equal to, or if not better than, the EOS R6 itself. And as we said, with the EOS R having the top deck display, then if that's retained as well, then that does make it a lot better than the R6, almost up to the R5 standard. And then there's the question of the chip. Will they put the DIGIC 10 chip in there, like the R7? I mean, they can't pull it back too much, or maybe they've got a bunch of old DIGIC 8 chips hanging around from the original EOS R. At any rate, if they're going to inherit the autofocus from the R3 or the R7 or anything like that, then it's going to need the DIGIC 9 or more likely the DIGIC 10 processor. I did mention autofocus there, and that raises a question. Will it inherit the autofocus from the R3 just like the R7 has? If it does, then that already makes it better than the R6. So here they got the problem of potentially releasing a camera which costs less than the R6, which has better resolution, potentially better autofocus, and is otherwise basically the same, only better. So the question then arises, where can they cripple it? Are they going to cripple it? And of course, they most likely are going to cripple it. Well, I'd suggest maybe only one card slot. No IBIS. Maybe the frames per second burst mode will be quite a bit slower than the R6, although hard to see how. Maybe they could actually reduce the resolution from the 30.3 megapixels. That wouldn't so much make it either a replacement or a successor to the EOS R. That would make it an entirely different camera. Maybe it'll be less weather resistant, something along those lines. Maybe you're going to be crippled there, you can't take it out in the rain. But hey, that'll all remain to be seen. The big news is that Canon are rumoured to announce the replacement or the successor to the Canon EOS R. It won't be called the R Mark II. What will they call it? Will it be the R8? Who knows? We've got to stand by and find out. That'll be coming to us in a few months. I think I'll leave it there. I'll be interested in your thoughts. Let me know below. How are they going to build this camera or cripple it so it fits under the R6 but above the RP but doesn't cannibalise the R6 sales? A really interesting prospect. Let me know below. Thank you for watching, and we're going to catch you next time. Bye.